And we've got a shocking story for you now.
Yes, that's because a quarter of young people have been exposed to online pornography by the time they finish primary school. That is according to a report published by the Children's Commissioner for England.
Yeah, this survey today of 1,000 young people who are aged between 16 and 21 found that 1 in 10 of those surveyed had seen adult content by the age of 9.
And by the time they are 13, that figure rises to 50%. The report says almost half of young people believe most girls, this is the shocking thing that's included in it, enjoy acts of sexual aggression. Well, yesterday on this programme, the actor Emily Atack spoke to us about the explicit images and messages she receives every day and the impact that they have on her.
When I started the process, I was really looking at the law and having, I did a talk in Parliament and about the kind of the motions I go through when I'm sent this kind of stuff and the mental impact that it has. And so looking at the law will obviously be looking at the law, having laws changed and tweaked, it would just feel a little bit more comforting to know that they were taking it seriously. So there's that. But then the journey that I've kind of gone on, I've realised this is all... It's like trying to change the infrastructure of what we see as a societal norm, and some days that feels impossible to try and change. But I guess we have to start somewhere. And I think it's looking at behaviours, looking at attitudes.
Well, let's talk about this in more detail with the Children's Commissioner for England, Dame Rachel de Souza. Morning to you.
Good morning.
Just reading the words of the findings of this report, it's really quite shocking to read it out loud, I can tell you. Tell me, what parts of the report were the most disturbing for you?
Yeah, so you picked up on some of them. Look, this is groundbreaking research because it's nationally representative, and we surveyed 1,000 young people between 16 and 21. And what shocked me the most was just how young children are seeing porn. So you're absolutely right, 10% of 9-year-olds, but also a quarter of children in year 6, 11-year-olds. That means a quarter of every class of year 6 top primary seeing pornography, half of 13-year-olds. So that was shocking. I think then for me, it's how that's influencing behaviour and how it's confusing and really upsetting and shaping behaviours of older teenagers. So, I mean, we 80% of 18 to 21-year-olds told us that before 18 they'd seen violent pornography, so violent sexual acts, and then, half of girls saying that they've experienced that, and that, half of young people saying they think probably maybe girls like that. Now, what came across in our research was just how confused, worried, upset young people are about it, but also where they're seeing this stuff. So the place they're really accessing first is Twitter, which might surprise people. Then it's porn sites. Then it's Instagram and Snapchat, and that's normal social media. Bits of social media that are around us all. So I think we really need to sit up and take notice of this, and really think about what we need to do to support young people. The problem is, young boys, girls are seeing these things, sexual violence, and it's nasty stuff, and thinking this is normal, and it's shaping their behaviour, and that's what we've got to really try to sort out now.
It's a really difficult conversation to have with a child of any age, isn't it? But where does that conversation even start?
So that's such a good question. So I got a group of about 100 16 to 21-year-olds into the Department for Education and asked them that question: what do you wish your parents had known about this? And one of the things they said was really they wanted their mums and dads, so this is their words, to talk to them often, even when they're really young, but in an age-appropriate way about the things they might see, so they're not confused. I know that's difficult, but we've got lots of advice on how to do that. Just normal age-appropriate. It's not real. It's acting. So that was really important. But also having those conversations about why you can't have an internet-connected phone too young, and why, you know, you shouldn't be on social media, you know, until it's age appropriate. So there are some really powerful things that parents could do. Parents talk to me all the time. They're really worried about this. That's simple boundaries around actually accessing this stuff and talking to children about what their children about what they might see.
Okay,
and school really helps too.
Let's talk about the boundaries, shall we? Because how can social media platforms stop children accessing this type of content?
So they absolutely can. And actually, I mean, we're talking about what parents should do. Parents really, you know, can't stop the tide of this stuff on social media. It's the tech firms that need to step up and do this. I've been calling on them to do this. Don't wait for the online safety bill. They can take down these images. They know how young children are on site. They can actually make sure that, you know, they have proper age assurance. Now, the law is going through Parliament at the moment. The online safety bill will force them to do it. But frankly, these are multi-billion-pound companies. They should be having a moral compass and doing this now, and they perfectly well can. I see the tech companies every 6 months and challenge them on this. How are you stopping children who are too young being online? Why are you not taking these images down? Because it's affecting our society and affecting children's happiness. It's got to be stopped.
When you confront them like that, what do they say in reply?
So they'll often give long diatribes of all the things they're doing, but it's just not good enough. And I think that they haven't engaged properly with this. Self-regulation hasn't worked. Some are cleaning up their act a bit, but we really do need the protection of the online safety bill to keep our children safe. You know, and this is, I just don't think they've taken it seriously enough, and I challenge them about this, you know, regularly. I'm really unhappy. Twitter should not have, you know, that terrible material on there for under 18s to access and younger. It's just not acceptable. It takes too long for them to get it down, and children are telling me they can't complain properly. So all those things need sorting out. It's really important.
Dame Rachel D'Souza, thank you so much for talking to us this morning. Thank you.
Thank you.
It's 21 minutes past 7, and we've all read books or seen movies over the years about ships sailing off in search of buried treasure. But for marine archaeologists, there comes a time when the ships themselves become the buried treasure.
Yes, Who Lake in Plymouth has around 40 buried wrecks, which can be investigated at low